Imagine it's your first day at work, the one you work hard to land. You're ready to dive in, but you quickly realize there's more to it than day-to-day tasks. It's about understanding the little things that make a big difference, like the everyday do's and don'ts that shape a positive work environment in Canada. Hey, I'm Francis Santos, and welcome to my channel. As a new student exploring the ins and outs of business and project management at BCC, I have gathered some practical advice along the way, and I'm here to share those insights with you. So today, it's all about mastering the essential of professionalism, adopting the right etiquette, and making ethical decisions that will help you excel and make a real impact at the Canadian work environment. Excited to find out? Let's kick off this journey together. Ever wonder what it takes to really succeed in a Canadian workplace? Well, it's not just about the hard skills on your resume. It's also about the kind of professional you are. And that's where these 5 standout qualities come into play. First off, let's talk about civility. In Canada, being civil is not old-fashioned, it's essential. It means you're considerate and respectful, and that's priceless in a workplace that values diversity and politeness. It's the simple please and thank you that warm up the coldest days. Now let's talk about social intelligence. Imagine it as a skill of understanding what's not said out loud. It's about being quick to sense the mood and getting along with your coworkers, regardless of their backgrounds. It's about knowing when to start a conversation and when to chime in and when to just listen. It's understanding the right things to say, how to express your ideas clearly, and it is also knowing when a little joke can make things more relaxed or when it's better to say stay serious. These are the social skills that really matter in a Canadian workplace. Next is emotional intelligence or EQ. It is like having an insider guide to the feelings in the room, especially in a Canadian workplace. It's about reading what's beyond and obvious, picking up on the genuine emotions, and adjusting your approach based on people's reactions and responses. This awareness allows you to extend a thoughtful gesture or give them space as needed, showing them empathy and understanding that are highly valued in the Canadian work environment. Navigating emotions at work in Canada isn't just about recognizing feelings. It's also about using the 3 T's. First, tact. It is about choosing your words carefully to avoid adding fuel to the fire, especially if things are already heated. Next is timing. It is knowing when to share what you feel. Sometimes it is better to wait until the storm has passed to talk about a problem. And lastly, trust. It is about building a space where people feel safe to share, knowing you'll keep things between you. By balancing these elements, you can keep the emotional climate at work steady and supportive. So remember, high emotional intelligence is not just about being nice. It's about being wise with your words and actions. Let's not forget the social graces. These are your please and thank yous, your firm handshakes, and your full attention nods. They might be small, but in a polite society like Canada, they're noticed and they're appreciated. And finally, let's chat about business etiquette. It's your guide to handling yourself smoothly in the workplace, like being punctual, knowing how to write a proper email, and the way you act, it all says about you. In Canada, It's about proving you're not only a part of the team, but also you're contributing with your respect and thoughtfulness. So you see, these qualities are more than just the good to haves, they are must haves, especially in the Canadian workplace. They can make all the difference in setting you apart and helping your career take off. The next topic is the heart of what makes our workplaces here in Canada so inviting: respect. It's the secret sauce that turns our everyday interactions into opportunities for growth and connection. Firstly, let's be clear. Everyone has the right to feel safe and respected at work. Harassment and violence, they're not on the guest list. And it's not just about physical or digital harassment, like posting harmful content online or sending unwanted messages. It's just unacceptable. It erodes trust and safety, which are non-negotiable here in Canada. Next, physical and psychological harassment goes beyond the digital realm, including any unwanted touch, threats, or acts that can isolate or belittle a colleague. It's about maintaining personal space and integrity. And lastly, sexual harassment is a no-no. It includes unwanted touching, mean jokes, and pressuring someone. And being mean with words like insults or harmful jokes is just as bad. We don't allow any of that stuff here. We want everyone to feel safe and respected. Next is discrimination. It is when someone is treated unfairly just because of who they are, like race, where they're from, their color, religion, age, sex, who they love, their gender identity, and the list goes on. We just don't do that here. And what does this unfairness look like? It could be something making a mean joke, believing stereotypes, not helping certain people grow in the company, putting too much blame on someone, or not inviting them to meetings or company events. In our Canadian workplace, everyone gets a fair shake and everyone belongs. Lastly, how do we build this respectful workplace? It starts with us, listening with intention, offering support, and leading by positive example. Whether it's a welcoming smile, a moment of understanding, or a simple helping hand, we have the power to shape a respectful and empowering work environment. Respect is not just a policy, it's a practice. By fostering an environment where harassment and discrimination are actively addressed, we are not only complying with the standards, but set a new one. It's about creating a workplace that feels safe, supportive, and inspiring. And that's the kind of workplace we're all about here. A place where respect is in action every day, where everyone can reach their potential. After talking about being respectful at work, let's switch to something just as important: speaking ethically and avoiding fallacies. Just like how we show our respect through our actions, the way we talk and explain things to each other matters a lot too. Speaking of words, ever heard of fallacies? A fallacy is a flaw in logic or reasoning that weakens an argument. They are like the traps in conversation that can lead us off course. They can happen easily, especially when we're passionate about our ideas and when we're not fully into a complex discussion. Let me give you an example. The strawman fallacy. Imagine this. You're discussing ideas for a new project and you suggest that the team might need a bit more time to ensure quality of work. Instead of addressing your point, a colleague says, "So, what you're saying is you want to delay the project and make us miss our targets?" Sounds unfair, right? That's because it is. What happened here is your colleague has replaced your actual point with an exaggerated, distorted version, which is easier to argue against. They built a straw man, a version of your argument. In Canada's multicultural workplaces, where clear ideas is the key, we have to avoid the straw man trick, where you twist someone's words to make it easier to attack their idea. Let's focus on really understanding each other. This way, our talks will lead to a good solution that can help us all. As we wrap up, let's remember that the heart of Canada's workplace is its people. Your journey here is not just about work. It's about contributing your individual story to the nation's collective journey. Thank you for listening, and until next time.